Welcome back, guys. I just want to talk about kind of like a mantra that I've been really setting on for the last week or so. Longer than that, really, but really putting it into like smaller words, a smaller phrase, and that's pray hard, work hard. And I think that for me, it used to be work hard was just my thing, probably for the first 7 or 8 years of business and really working out more and everything. It was just work hard, work hard. I can do it my own. I can really just, I could will my way into whatever business thing it is, or to working on the restaurants or my physical fitness. And, especially once COVID hit and I really was leaning more into my faith, I found out that instead of my strength and my will and more, relying on myself, I really needed to first pray and rely on my faith in Jesus more than just my will and working hard. Obviously, hard work and working hard is extremely important, but if that's all it is, if that's your foundation and that's it, to me, that's flawed. And you're going to end up, when you do face those challenges, it's going to be harder to overcome them than, for me, praying hard first, really seeing what God's will is in a situation before I dive into the working hard part and making that plan of, okay, does God really want me to go down this path? Or am I really just pushing it because I want to go down this path, but it might not be in line with what God really wants? So as I've really grown this, and I just kind of say to myself a lot in a day, pray hard, work hard, pray hard before I do things. Like before I even work out every day, I pray, for a good workout, that my body stays healthy, that I really use that workout to give glory to God. And then it's my attitude and my perception going into just something simple like a workout, where it's, to me, kind of like a faith-based thing, that my workouts have even gotten better over time because of that. I realized that I really realized I needed to pray more first and then follow it up with the action of working hard, because it does take a lot of action. When you're wanting to be an entrepreneur, it takes a lot of action, a lot of determination, a lot of things, a lot of intangible things, because there's challenges every day. And just as many highs, there's going to be lows, and even in one single day, you could have an extreme high and an extreme low. So being able to just lean into, okay, if I pray hard and follow that with working hard, I have found that I feel like I have a lot more of a foundation. I feel like I am a lot more productive. I feel like I am a lot more focused. I feel like that I can push even harder, especially during the challenging times. When I fully surrendered all to Jesus, it was like a huge weight lifted off my shoulder. But at the same time, it was a new level of determination that came with it. So although it felt like a big weight was lifted off my shoulder, I knew that came with, okay, I have to live up to my calling, whatever that calling is, and multiple callings, because I feel like we're obviously all called in certain ways to certain things, to achieve certain things in this life. Every single one of us, whether that's our calling as a spouse, as a parent, a leader, business owner, an entrepreneur that works for businesses, whatever it is, we all have a calling. And this determination to live up to my full potential and my full calling is definitely that fire that drives me each and every day, because it's that foundation of, I want to live up to everything that God has blessed me with. I want to make sure that I'm using that to fulfill what He wants me to do, to make sure that I'm giving Him the glory in all of that, because God has blessed me with good health and abilities that I'm called to use and further His kingdom. And I really think that that's important, that everybody reflects on that God has called you in some way, shape, or form to fulfill some sort of calling. Just really think about that. We are all called in some way to fulfill some sort of destiny, to further his kingdom, to serve, to help others, to grow ourselves, to grow our communities. We're all part of it. And that's, I think, I always think of, for my, when I'm thinking of myself and my foundation and my strength, I always think of Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. And that's where my strength comes from, to where I'm motivated each and every day to push myself, to grow, whether it's being a good husband, a good father, a good leader, working out, whatever it is. I know where my strength comes from, and I just think that's extremely valuable for people to really think about and really lean into, because at the end of the day, our own strength is just not enough. I tried, and my own strength, my own will was just never enough to get to where I wanted to get. I knew I was missing something all those years. So when I found it, really it took me many years to even start to understand it. I don't even fully grasp it or understand it, but I know as I keep going along this path and my relationship with Jesus continues to grow, and Hill and I continue to grow these businesses and grow these relationships and try and help our community. I know that because my foundation is strong, that no matter what, even on the challenging days, even with the failures, it's all going to be lessons learned in ways that I can grow. So just really make sure that you are taking the time to think of, what is my foundation? Is it myself? Is it your faith? Is it some false hope? What is your foundation? And really going from there to whatever mantra you think you need to have. And for me, it's simple. Pray hard, work hard, every single day, in every situation. That has never let me down.